begin. Okay. So now we begin with module 3, basic principles and theories of organization, chapter number 8, that is motivation theories. Okay. Now it is very important for a human being to be motivated. Okay. It could be a doctor, a teacher, a lawyer, a businessman, a manager, a worker, a labor, anyone, any task. It is very important for them to be motivated. And this theory is basically to motivate people and try to, this theory is basically to motivate people and try to create them or make a sort of a positive environment toward them so that they can perform the task much better. Okay. Now we have uh, these are the hierarchy needs theory by Maslow. Okay. Now we have two major thinkers on this particular theory. Number one is Maslow, and the other one is McGregor. Okay. Now and Hertzberg. Now let's think, or let's talk about theory of X and theory of Y. Now, in an organization, there are different people who work in an organization with different capacities, different caliber, different ability, different talent. Okay, everyone comes from a different point of view. Every comes from a different family background. Their educational levels are different. Their cultural differences are always there. But these theory of X and Y are always, people who belong to these two categories are always present. Okay, in any sort of organization, and I can say in all sort of organization. Okay. Now Douglas McGregor proposed two distinct views of human beings. One basically negative, labeled as theory X, and the other basically positive, okay, labeled by as theory Y, X and Y theory. Okay. Now according to McGregor, okay, people who fall into the category of X are always people with negative thoughts. Okay, this won't happen. I won't be able to do. Okay, I don't think whether I'll be able to do or no. I can't perform. I won't be able to give my best. I won't be able to give my 100%. So these are people who fall into the category of, okay, these are people who fall into the category of X. That means people who speak negative, people who give lot of reasons for not doing or for not performing a particular task in a particular organization. Okay. Okay, now theory X basically speaks about people who are quite negative about their work, quite negative about their approach. Okay, theory Y, that is positive people who always say that yes, it is possible. Okay, we can do it, I can do it, or we all can do it together. Okay, that is basically the differences between Douglas McGregor, where he divides negative category of X and positive category of Y. All right, then let's see people who fall into the category of theory X. People who fall into the category of theory X are people who always complain. Okay, they are the people who always complain. This is not proper, that is not proper. Okay. uh, Even if the organization tries to provide them with best possible facilities or best possible solutions, they will always say a no. They will always have a negative impact. But people who fall into the category of X, they will always try to run away from their responsibility. Okay, they will always give a reason for their failure. They will always say that no, I won't be able to do it. Or they will start, or they will keep on asking for long tenure. They will keep extending the work. They will not complete the work on time, and that's only the reason is that either they are lazy, they're quite negative, and they don't want to perform the task. They're trying to find out reasons. They're trying to understand the situation, and try to become a bit lazy from the part of working. Okay, when I'm talking about theory Y, these are the people who are hardworking people. Okay, no matter whatever the problem is, they will always find a solution to the problem. Okay, See, life has many problems. Everyone faces a lot of problems in life, but there is always a solution hidden in it. And a true human being and a true staff or a good colleague is the one who always finds the solution to the problem. And the problem's solution will give him victory. Okay? People who fall into the category of why, okay, they are the one who are hardworking. They will never run away from their work. They will always perform their task. They will always give their best to the organization, and they are the one who will always keep the organization. They are the one who always uphold the organization. All right. Then let's see what are the contemporary theories of motivation. Okay, Mackillen's theory of needs. Mackillen says that human beings are selfish. They're depending on each other for their needs. Okay, and the moment the need arises, the people start looking for, help, from each other. But many people, they always take help from people, but they will never be ready to give their help to people. They will never support people, rather they will put people down. All right. So what is his best? He has defined his theory of needs. Number one, need for achievement. People who want to achieve things in life, they will definitely work hard. Okay, they will try to create a solution to the problem. They will always try to understand the situation. They will always try to make a solution to the problem. They are the ones who will always make a way out. They are not the one who will say, I can't do, I won't be able to do. Okay, so people who are quite they are the people who are filled with lots of positivity in them. Second is need for power. Okay, now need for power can be defined very well by our political parties and by our politicians. Also bureaucracy, administration. Okay, people in organization, it could be an accountant, could be an HR, it could be an MD, it could be a director, it could be a manager, anyone. So people who always have a need for power, or who always have crave for power, will always look for responsibilities and will always look for duties. Next is need for affiliation. Okay, they need to be friendly, they need to be interpersonal. Okay, they will always be friendly with people. See, obviously, if you are not friendly with people, if you don't cooperate with people, okay, nobody's going to help you out, or nobody's going to cooperate with you. That is what it basically means, like that. Okay, achievement needs and motivation. Achievements, okay, can be fulfilled only through hard work. Okay, achievements can be achieved through your hard work, through your dedication. Okay, through your love to achieve that particular thing in life, and also by motivation. Okay, now say, whenever people fall, whenever people fail in their life, okay, they have family, they have friends, they have relatives, they have their loved ones, okay, who will always motivate them. Are, it's okay, try another time, try another time, try another time. And the moment they get success, the moment they reach that stage of success, okay, they will always give the courtesy. They will always give the kind of courteous nature towards people who motivated them. So motivation plays a very a scientific, emotional, and a mental role, that it tries to help people who have fallen down to grow up and to achieve whatever they had to achieve in their particular state of life. Power needs motivation. Okay, power without motivation is of no use. Okay, you might be powerful, but if you're not motivated, or if you don't motivate yourself every day, okay, you will not be able to achieve what you want to achieve in life. Okay, like say for example, political parties, political leaders, okay, when they fail, okay, it's the party supporters who uplift their morale, who give them motivation, who give them self confidence, and who tell them that don't worry sir, we are standing with you. Okay, so power needs motivation. Motivation doesn't need power, but power needs motivation. And when anyone who's in power is motivated, he will he or she will be able to perform the task in the most best, specific, and possible way. All right. Then uh, we see affiliation needs motivation. Okay, affiliation needs motivation means you need friends, you need family members, you need good colleagues, you need good manager to motivate you. If you don't have motivators in your life, you're the biggest loser. You will not be able to achieve success. You will not be able to climb the ladder of success in life. And that is what a motivator plays a crucial role. It could be your friend, your spouse, your family members, your relatives, your neighbors, or sometimes even a stranger who sees you in trouble and he comes and speaks up good words for you. You feel so refreshed, you feel so motivated, you feel so happy that you will again stand up and trying to perform the duty. Let's see, there are some needs. There are consistent findings here too. Individuals with a high need to achieve prefer job situations with personal responsibilities. People who want power, people who want authority, people who want position, they need to be motivated very well. Second, a high need to achieve does not necessarily lead to being a good manager. Just because you have power does not mean that you are a good manager. Okay, just because you have power does not mean that you are a good leader. For that you need to be motivated. For that you need to motivate people, because till the time you don't fall down, you will not understand what do you mean by motivation and what is the importance of a motivator in your life. All right. Then third, the need for affiliation and power tend to be closely related to managerial success. It's very important for the manager to motivate his staff, because if he's not motivating his staff will never be able to perform. And if the staff won't perform, what will happen? The entire organization will face a loss. Okay, the entire organization will definitely fall down. The entire pillar will fall down. Finally, employees have successfully trained to stimulate their achievement needs. Now, for example, in many organizations, in many companies, okay, the owner, the manager, the HR will take the staff for a 1 day picnic, for a 2 day picnic. Okay, they'll take them for a good movie, they will take them for a good dinner, for a good lunch. Okay, they'll arrange for a small yoga session, they will arrange for a small laughter session, they will ask the staff to perform a dance. Okay, they'll ask the staff to perform a skit. Okay, now what will happen? This will help them, this will motivate them to do what they were doing, and this will help them to achieve their task in the best possible way. All right, so this was your chapter on theories of motivation. That was chapter number 9 in module 3.